What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua warns that he is motivated to punish and brutalize Miller. He states that Miller is strong and can throw hooks, has a good work rate. It's interesting because I'll be the first one to test him and see how good he really is. Joshua told Sky Sports, this is his chance to prove himself to the world. Okay. Joshua also went to say, he's working on his fluidity and movement, and that tells me that he's worried about how he should look in certain fights. And I believe that maybe he's just, critiquing himself as opposed to how he normally looked at, like, let's say the beginning of the Povetkin fight. He had to adjust. He changed his styles in that fight, if you noticed. And if with good reason, because Povetkin was getting past that guard. Povetkin knew, okay, I know what he's going to do, so I know how to throw and when to throw. And it was a good technique for Povetkin, but it was a better technique for Anthony Joshua to make the adjustment, so he is learning. I remember one thing Anthony Joshua said after he knocked out Klitschko. He said, I never said I was perfect, but I'm learning. And that's something that I give him credit for. He is learning in the ring. And he needs to learn a lot. And each fight is a learning situation. It's a learning process. It's, when he fights Miller, he should learn something new in that fight also. But what I think about Joshua, him hoping to brutalize and to punish Miller, it's like all knockouts. You go looking for a knockout, it mostly doesn't come. So I think, and along with, hey, it's my chance to prove myself to the world, because he knows he's been the biggest man in the UK and has made more money than any other fighter being in the UK. Now he has a career high payday in the US, okay? Now I think it's extra pressure on him to perform a certain way, to make a type of performance that will compel people to want to see him again. Mixed with or added with a loudmouth Brooklynite that wants to tear his head off, that wants to do the same exact thing to him. Okay, so it's a lot of pressure on Anthony Joshua, I feel, and especially when a person that has his personal feelings involved inside, or are really passionate about wanting to knock out Miller. This kid is a very interesting equation, very, because Miller does have boxing ability. He's not just some dumb punching bag. He doesn't have head movement, but at the end of the day, he does show boxing skill. And if he can throw those punches at a higher work rate and still take those punches, again, this will be very interesting to see. I think AJ is a star. He's a star. He's a young prodigy. He's a young star. He's a young rising star. And with each fight begets intrigue, because it's like, what is he going to do now? From Povetkin to Parker, to Takam, to Klitschko. All these fights, it was like, okay, he's doing another one and another one and another one. He's like Babe Ruth or Ty Cobb, so to speak. He's hitting these home runs. The question you ask yourself, how can he keep hitting these home runs? Will it end? At what game or what fight in this situation will it end? Will Anthony Joshua, will he be upset? What will he do? Will he look impressive? You know what I mean? Because you have a lot of Joshua supporters. And then in contrast, you have a lot of anti-Joshua supporters. Guys on the other side of the street. I'm not naming any names in this video. We all know without saying. So, that adds extra pressure because you want to prove people wrong by your actions instead of your words. And Anthony Joshua was big on the things that he says he likes to do or accomplish. Okay, so if he's not able to do that in the ring with these, okay, it brings more stress, especially like take for example the Parker fight. He didn't get a knockdown nor a knockout, you know, and a lot of people criticize the ref, and then if you criticize the ref, you got to criticize the home team advantage. You know what I mean? So a lot of those things came into play. But no, Anthony Joshua, he's a guy that he still looks focused. But then I read between the lines and comments. I think he has a lot of pressure on him, and he's going to have to overcome that and fight and work with or while he has that pressure on him and still perform the same or better when he gets in the ring with Miller. But that's my counterpunch on that, guys. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.